Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man. Deontay Wilder says that he would like to fight Alexander Usyk, but first let's talk about him getting on Anthony Joshua, right? So he said something interesting, which a lot of people calls hypocrisy, right? So I talked a little bit about this yesterday, but in a live, but everybody don't see the live. So check out the boxing playlist, heavyweight boxing playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. So he says Deontay Wilder on Anthony Joshua post-fight anger. It's on ES News. He said the meltdown comes when you create such a fighter. You give them everything, try to avoid tough fights. Then when it boils down to the wire, you don't know who to trust. You've been listening to all the fake stuff. Now people say, well, Wilder want to talk. He ain't fought nobody. Neither is Anthony Joshua. So if you want to play that game, you can rip anybody's resume. You know, if we really want to play that game, we can rip. I say it again, we can rip anybody's resume. You know, and Anthony Joshua, come on, what tough fight did he have? And then when he did have quote unquote tough fights, um, you know, they were snooze fests, right? You know, the Joseph Parker fight, he clinched the whole fight. You know, him and Wilder got some common opponents. I mean, the Povetkin fight. Yeah, he knocked out Povetkin, but Wilder was gonna fight Povetkin, but we all know what happened. They tried to cover the shit up, but we all knew what happened. He was clinching Povetkin too, which, you know, Vladimir Klitschko did it worse, but nonetheless, I mean, so you can go up and down anybody's resume and you know, and do that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he beat Dillian White. I mean, Wilder should have fought Dillian White, but Dillian White ain't ranked too high. That ain't no great win. You know, you beat Vladimir Klitschko. That was solid. You know, solid. It showed a lot, but he changed his whole career. He never was the same fighter who had that dog in him again. But you got to understand, Klitschko probably the, you know, one of the biggest punchers in heavyweight history. You know, so people start adding up the resumes. You know, Povetkin did what he did versus Wilder. Um, you know, Joseph Parker missed the drug test in the Nevada drug testing program, jumped out the WBC rankings. Right, he lost to Harry Fury and Andrew Ruiz in a lot of people's opinion. So, you know, then he got the gift stoppage over Carlos Takam. So, like I said before, people act like they put AJ on the pedestal, like he's on some type of pedestal that Wilder not. You got to understand, he right. AJ was even given a title by Al Heyman. So it ain't like AJ got it out the mud. Like it ain't like Canelo ever got it out the mud for real. You know, they was popular. Come on, they both fought Dominic Brazil, Eric Molina. Joshua had a better performance versus Molina. Wilder had a better performance versus Dominic Brazil. Puev. Come on, we really talking about some of these fights. Andy Ruiz, you know, coming off, his PBC debut, and that might have been the best thing for him to turn around, have a quick. So, come on, it ain't like, come on, people act like he fought a who's list of opponents. You got to understand, Deontay Wilder probably had a later start than he did. And the reactions, and now I'm talking about the UK, I understand that. The reactions to Deontay Wilder losing in America and what he did, I don't respect you, with Tyson Fury and what Anthony Joshua did, and then bowing to a white man, it's totally different. It's totally different. Different. You know, you got to understand popular opinion. It's more relevant now than it ever been in the sport of boxing. You know, with social media, you know, super big crunchers out here. Pause. You know, and you know that's just the game. That's just the game. So, but the people acting like Anthony Joshua is on some massive pedestal that Wilder ain't. He not. Not when it talks opponent money. Yeah, money scale. Yeah. you know, but yeah, people are like, oh, this the difference, this, that, and the third. Or blame him, blame them for the water fight not happening. They both to blame. They both to blame. Handlers both to blame. But and they have previously worked together. Just the timing was that I don't think they wanted to put Anthony Joshua in there. But that is calling the kettle pat. But then again, you can say Wilder got it out the mud. Well, Wilder fought a whole bunch of nobody. A lot of people say that about Mike Tyson too. Coming up, that's what you're supposed to do. If you ain't wasting nobody, if you ain't wasting nobody's time, who cares? You know, if you ain't wasting nobody's time, who really cares? So long as whatever you take, you can say, well, Josh only had 20 fights, this many amateur fights, this, that, and the third. Man, at the end of the day, your opponent don't give a damn about that. You here, you right here. But we don't care how you got here. You got a title, you should be ready. If you ain't holding the title up, then hey, take your time. Take your time. But I said Anthony Joshua was given a lot. He was given the benefit of the doubt. And at the end of the day, when it was time for him to scratch and claw and dig down deep, he couldn't do it. That's life. If Anthony Joshua walk away today, he walk away with a lot of money, we believe, if he keeping all that money. But, Deontay Wilder can have an opinion. He said they tried to lock him in for a fight as insurance. Then why not fight him then? Why not say, you know what, I'm going to fight in February. I'm going to fight in October. We can come back and do it next year. This shit are all a power struggle, man. It's all some type of ego. That's what this is. It's all ego. All of this is all ego. It's not about, oh, we can make money together. Everybody can walk away with more money than they've seen in a while. It's just all about ego. Who got more power? All that type of ignorant shit. And that's my issue with it. Don't speak on it. These about Will. He explained in the tweet that he said back. When he was just trying to lock me in for insurance. So what? If the money right, bro, and you get to fight Anthony Joshua, if it's for a belt or without a belt, who cares? You can tell all this shit is about is control. Y'all at the same place, dude. Wilder should have 3 losses to the same guy. Anthony Joshua got 3 losses. What's the difference? Y'all both lost, and a lot of people feel like this is the biggest fight out here. Still even bigger than Usyk. Excuse me. One of the biggest fights out here. So, say what y'all want to say. But he just let you know that they don't plan on fighting, dude. There's gonna be a lot of this going on in boxing, where there's gonna be a lot of this going on in boxing where we gonna get to a point where they all retired and they're gonna explain why this never happened. A lot of these dudes gonna admit the real reason why it never happened. Mark my words. And whatever that reason is some of it might just sound like what Chris Eubanks told Roy Jones Jr. He said, I never felt like I never had to fight you. I was just happy being amongst one of the best. And that's a terrible mindset to have, and that's a mindset a lot of UK fighters have. That's why they was praising AJ after the fight. That's their mindset. That's their actual mindset. You know, and that's not a good mindset to have in this in boxing. That's a horrible mindset to have. Horrible. Horrible, 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 horrible mindset to have. So yeah, it don't really surprise me. These dudes don't really have the drive that they should have. A lot of these dudes gonna say, "I was just happy just being up there," or "This is what really happened." Whoop de whoop whoop whoop. But nonetheless, let's switch gears, right? So Deontay Wilder retired. Well, my bad. This ain't the one I was looking for. I really don't care about that. Let's see if we can find. Well, Tyson Fury said what? Wilder says that he said that he would like to fight Usyk. Wilder added, "I'll fight them all. The future is bright. The king is back. Ain't no excitement going through unless I'm here. I'm back." Popular man Fury said, "Tell that Dawson to get to the back of the queue with the rest of the losers. Don't forget the last time we saw this bomb, demon bump, I don't know, needed to get scraped off the canvas in Vegas." So I mean, dude, you the one that's talking about retiring and shit, you know. Of course, if you talking about retirement, of course he gonna want to step in. He should want to step in and take on this caliber fight. Now, a lot of people saying that Usyk outbox him easy and this, that, and the third. Man, cool. Who ain't really outboxed Deontay Wilder? Come on. Who really ain't outboxed Deontay Wilder? So that I mean, it's cool. But the difference is Deontay Wilder at this point and what we saw him last time, um, you know, he can take a punch. He not gonna flinch or close his eyes when he get hit. He not gonna be acting like the female, like Anthony Joshua was in there. What Usyk, he willing to get knocked out to get a knockout. So that changes everything. You got awkward Usyk, awkward Wilder. I mean, it might, southpaw Usyk, orthodox Wilder, and it might cause some beautiful chaos. It might be a beautiful sloppy chaos. But if he hit Alexander Usyk, he going to sleep. I'll tell you that right now. You know, Usyk not gonna pack on 20, 30 pounds to absorb that punishment. So if Wilder still got the faculties and the balance and everything is, checking off, with his yin, his energy and all that, and he physically still look the same. And, at 37, he about to be 37 years old in October. I think October 22nd. If everything check in, he's still faculties still there, still can take the punishment and still, got his balance and all that type of stuff, bro. That's a fight that he should stay away from, to be honest. You got to prove. That's what I'm talking about. Bob was talking about putting Big Baby Anderson in there with him. I said, for what? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking to myself, for like what? I know you want to transfer, all that, that star power from Water over to Big Baby Anderson, but it just ain't worth the risk, in my opinion. And that's my opinion. It ain't worth the risk. That one punch, that's be the last shit to go. And also about Water, he cat quick. Cat like quick. He real quick. He real quick. He real quick. So I mean, that's gonna be interesting, dude. That's gonna be real interesting. That's gonna be real. So yeah, I wouldn't count Usyk doing this thing, but it's a different animal. So we see what Wilder look like, and then we can judge that. But I don't think it's a risk that he need to take. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, increase chance notifications. hit the bell icon button. By doing that, financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Peace.